I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I've got a feeling. Now I'm alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart still beating. Buried alive. Hello, everybody. How has your day been? How has your week been? It's Friday. Yay! I can't be the only one who is so happy, very happy that it is Friday. Time to relax, time to just unwind, thankful for the weekend. And of course, I know that some people are big football fans. So, of course, the World Cup is going on. And I know that tonight, perhaps, I think they have started already, where it is England v USA. Go, England. Come on, England. Come on. All right. But anyway, let us begin. And of course, what I want to ask, the question is, and it is especially for those who are living overseas, and the question is, would you encourage anybody to would you encourage others to migrate? For me, when I want to start off this segment with two Jamaican saying, and then later on, when I explain, then you will understand more why I have used them. The first saying is, if you want good, your nose have to run. And the second one is, everybody have to start somewhere. All right? So those are the two sayings that I want to start off with. Of course, I am going to start by giving some statistics. Then I'm actually going to give my views. And afterwards, of course, if you want to join in, the telephone number is 07-930-976688. And of course, it is WhatsApp calls only. So that is for people who are in the UK, it is 07-930-976688. Outside of the UK, it is plus 447-930-976688. Okay, so here we go with the statistics. Because sometimes when people think about migration, they tend to think about one way, that it's only probably the underdeveloped or the developing country that benefits. But of course, I have some statistics, like I've said. So let me start off with the statistics. And this is for 2021. And I'm talking about the big three. When I talk about the big three, I'm talking about the UK, I'm talking about Canada, and I'm talking about USA. So the statistics is for 2021, because of course we are still in 2022. So, the statistics for the entire year is not out yet. Okay, so in 2021, 573,000 people migrated to the UK, and 334,000 emigrated from it. So, of course, it's not a one-way street. In 2021, more than 8.3 million people either immigrated or were given permanent residency in Canada, and 49,769 people emigrated from Canada. In the same 2021, an estimated 245,000 people migrated to the USA, and 39,521 emigrated. So of course, people go and people come from the USA, the UK, and Canada. Not everybody is running to these places. But the question really is, who benefits from migration? As I've said, would you encourage people to migrate? What advice would you give to those who want to migrate as well? And of course, and like I've said, there are benefits to migration. And of course, I'm going to list a few of them. I'm going to elaborate in a few cases. Then I'm going to say where I stand and everything like that. So the benefits of migration is that one, it eases unemployment. So this is mainly for on the part of the underdeveloped or the developing country. Of course, from year to year, and of course, I am from Jamaica, so I am referring to Jamaica, but I'm sure that it happens everywhere. So it's not just in Jamaica. Okay, so from year to year, you have so many people getting qualified. You know, they go to colleges, they're graduating from universities, and of course, there are not enough jobs to keep up. So, of course, if these people get the opportunity to migrate, then of course you will have less unemployment in those countries. And of course, it takes me to number two, where it reduces the number of people living in poverty. Follow up from number one, like I have said, if unemployment is down, then of course you have less people living in poverty. And don't forget that when people actually migrate and they are working overseas, most times, or a lot of the times, they are actually sending money back home as well to take care of relatives back home. So when you look at it, you know, it reduces the number of people who are living in poverty. So that's another thing to bear in mind. It also allows people to gain experiences that they probably would not have gained in their own countries. Of course, we know that there is a difference between the resources, the setup of a third world country, a underdeveloped country, a developing country, to what you experience in a first world country. And rightly so, because you know, in the first world country, they actually have the resources available. And of course, some people, when they gain those experiences, what they actually do is to return to their own country with all these new ideas. They set up businesses in those countries. And of course, that can only better the country as well. Migration fills skills gap as well. I'm sure that, yeah, everybody would have experienced that because in some cases, especially in, I think, the UK, USA, perhaps Canada as well, you would have a lot of teachers who have migrated to those places. The same for nurses, the same for doctors, nowadays carers as well. Because I remember some years ago, quite a number of, I think it was maths and science teachers actually migrated to the UK, USA, and to Canada. And from what I am seeing now, I can see that there is a gap for business teachers. So, yes, there is for business teachers now. There's actually a shortage of qualified business teachers in the UK at the moment. So I never can tell, you never can tell. Perhaps they will start recruiting overseas again to actually fill that gap. All right, another one. It increases the labor force and it adds cultural variety, of course. So you can see that, you know, migration is not all that bad. we tend to think that migration is really just migrating to the big countries, etc. But as far as I can remember, we actually in Jamaica, it's like the Chinese have become like a part of the fabric of society, because they have always been known to set up business in Jamaica. So actually people migrate to developing countries as well. So what do I feel? I personally believe that people should be allowed, if they want to migrate, because not everybody is interested in living abroad, etc. But I believe that if the opportunity presents itself and people really wants to do it, then of course they should be allowed to do it. I have recently seen, I'm not sure what the name of the politician is, but I'm sure that, if you have been keeping up with what's happening in Jamaica, I just don't remember the name of the politician, and I don't want to say the wrong name, but I could see where one of the politicians said that one of his aims, if if his party returned to politics or remains in politics, is that he would try to see law-abiding citizens gain visa-free entry to the Canada, to America, USA, and to the UK. Personally, I think that that's a good idea, just like I've said, for the reasons that I have given, in that every year you are having people graduate from universities, people graduating from colleges, and there are not enough vacancies for them. So if they actually get the opportunities in countries where there is a gap where those vacancies exist, then of course it's like a win-win to the to the to the developed country, the first world country. Of course, they will get the labor force. To the underdeveloped or the developing country, the money will be returned, and of course, family lives will be better because there is more money to spend around, and that is less stress on potentially less stress on the government. Okay, so what advice would you, that part of it was what advice would you give? So I've given my take on it. I think that people should be allowed to actually migrate if they wish to, right? So the next question is what advice would you give to somebody who wants to migrate? The advice I would give is to bear in mind that there is a difference between living in a third world country and living in a first world country. For example, not all qualifications are accepted in a third world in a first world country. So you may find that the job that you were doing or the level of existence that you had in a third world country, suddenly when you come to a first world country, you realize that you may have to take a job that you never thought that you would. And that was why I said everybody have to start somewhere. So in the first world country, you may find that, look, it's all about getting the money. How I see it, once you are determined, once you want good, we say you know it's happy run, then it doesn't matter. For me personally, when I actually came to the UK first, I've done my fair share of cleaning, right? And of course, I have no qualms about it. I actually tell my students about it because it's college. Some of them are actually doing like their part-time jobs and etc. They combine college with work and stuff. And I actually tell them where the money is. Sometimes I tell them, okay, this kind of cleaning pays better than that kind of cleaning. And then, a story comes out of it. And of course, you just use it as an example. You use it to motivate them as well. So that's where it comes in when I say everybody have to start somewhere, right? But in saying that, it means that while you are doing a job that perhaps is not on the same level as you were doing in your country, what you want to do is to get smart. In getting smart, a part of it is for you to save some money and be doing like a part-time course to back up the qualification that you got back home. There are some qualifications from some colleges that are well respected. So, for example, a nursing qualification, you can come to the UK and be a nurse as well. A teacher, come to the UK, be a teacher as well. Although it all depends, because like I have said in my previous video, which go back and watch. And the name of the video is the difference between teaching in Jamaica and teaching in the UK, where you'll realize that a lot of teachers, when they actually come to the UK, they actually do additional studies to boost the qualifications that they had back home. Okay, so going back, a nurse might be able to work in a similar position, perhaps, under the supervision of somebody else, because, some things are different. And a doctor as well might be able to get a job, perhaps, like I've said, under the supervision of somebody else. But other than that, not many other qualifications will land you in the same, same stead as you were in your former country, third world country. So, what does it need? My advice is, look, if you have that strong mindset, if you have a goal in mind, if you are prepared to work hard, definitely migration is for you. If you are what we term as the stushy type of person who skin up their nose on certain things, then of course you will struggle, because suddenly you will find that the type of job that is available is probably not the type of job that you want to do. And a lot of people will tell you that, look, family and friends will tolerate, yeah, I use the word tolerate you for a little while, but it will not extend for long. You need to start earning some money, right? Because the bills are expensive and they will start telling you about it, right? So definitely, if you are that type of person, then definitely Farrin is for you. Bear in mind that there are other ways as well, because some people actually leave their country on a work permit. So if the job was sought, if the job was taken care of, where it was secured for you and you're just walking into it, then you probably will not struggle as much as someone who is coming, trusting faith, and hoping that they will get a job as soon as possible. Because what they don't tell you, a lot of people will say, yes, Farrin have one heap a job. Come, man, come. You know what they don't tell you is that, look, before you can start working, you're going to need to get a national insurance number. You're going to need to get like get a bank account set up in the UK, etc. They're not going to tell you that, because it is illegal for anybody to pay you cash in hand. So that is where your bank account comes in. So they are not going to tell you that. But so just bear these things in mind. And for me personally, I would encourage everybody, because even though it is, even though the work is harder, put it that way. When I say the work is harder, is the work harder? No, not really. I think life is harder, put it that way. When I say that, what I mean is that whereas in Jamaica, for example, you could ask Uncle Tom, Miss Jane for a piece of yam, a piece of pumpkin, a piece, a little, what you call it now, things to make tea, you know, mint. Yeah, mint. You could ask them for mint. In foreign media, nobody business with you. Everything you have to buy. And that is where, yes, you make the money, but you actually spend out the money as well. So if you come and you know that that's a part of the system, then of course you will be all right. There are a lot of bills as well. You have to pay TV license, so things that you didn't used to pay in Jamaica, perhaps in other countries as well, where you have to pay TV license. So every year, even though it is your TV, yes, you have to pay TV license. But the good thing is that you can break it up, you can pay it in installments for the year, or some people will just pay everything one time. You have to pay what is known as council tax as well. So whereas in Jamaica, so everywhere you live is attached up what they call council tax. But the good thing is that the council tax, you actually see where it's going, because they actually collect your rubbish. So, you actually see where it is going. It takes care of the local affairs of the council and stuff. You have like your posts being delivered to your home, etc., rubbish being collected. So of course you see where it is going. But I will say, even though I'm saying that it's a lot of bills, the rent is expensive, even though I'm saying all that, I have to stress that you can actually save something, to be honest with you. Because if people were not able to save something to send back home, then of course a lot of people would have given up already. And I know that a lot of people, let me tell you, the struggle is usually in the first part. But once you find your footing, you understand the system, you get a job, then of course it becomes easier. You sort of adjust little by little, and then you just accept that, yeah, this is it. And then the determination sets in, where you know that you have your goals in mind and you just focus on that goal only. I am not saying that life is not hard in foreign, because some people will tell you that definitely life is hard in foreign. So sometimes when you ask them for things and they say, I can't afford it, or they say you will have to wait like next month, until I get my next pay, do not doubt them. Because unlike in, for example, Jamaica, where everybody is friendly, sharing and caring, in foreign, my dear, you will have your neighbor and you actually don't know your neighbor, because everybody just, it is such a fast paced country, England, that you don't have time to get to know anybody, etc. Yes, of course, you make a special effort when you have friends, probably with to link up people back home, etc. But other than that, where you would have time to go and sit on the roadside with people, no. And of course, the word ice does not just it doesn't just refer to the weather. Sometimes people can be really cold, unfriendly as well. So you have to depend on yourself. But in saying everything that I'm saying, everything, just remember that life can make, yes, life can make when you're there a foreign. But you can't be a lazy person. If you're a lazy person, foreign is not for you. Why is that? Because it's a fast-paced environment, and of course, everybody expects you to live up to expectations. Everybody, once you get a job to do, you need to carry it out. You can't lay on people's job, because you will get fired. And of course, when you get fired, other people are waiting for that job. So it's not like they're going to think twice before they actually fire you. So yes, the ad saying, would I advise people to actually migrate if they can? Definitely yes. but just come with a mindset that, look, money have to make. I'm going to keep my head down. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to make sure that I come with a goal in mind. And definitely, I'm going to do all that I can to achieve that goal. And I'm going to make sure that when you come, you think of the family back home as well. My family is good. I'm going to say, I have to stress, my family is very, very good. But I know that some families actually pressure people. But remember, life hard, hard, bad, but it can make. And of course, you need to take care of each other. Okay? So that's what I have to say about, that's my take on the advice that I would give people on whether or not, to migrate. I migrated. I have no regrets. Of course, I miss the sunshine. I miss families. I miss friends. But of course, I have my goal in mind, just like everybody else. We stick to that goal. We just move forward, know that, okay, come rain, come sunshine, you have to go out. So yes, this is my take on it. I hope it helps. And of course, remember, I am alive. I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I've got a feeling. Now I'm alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart still beating. Buried alive. Everybody, have a lovely evening. Enjoy the weekend. Love up your friends. Phone somebody back home. Reminisce. Think about the good memories back home, because that is how the sunshine will come in and think, because it is getting cold. So take care of yourself. We will talk again. And like I have said, of course, I will do more streaming, and you can't lie. Me doing better, isn't it? Me look calm and collected today, isn't it? All right. Take care of yourself, guys. Bye.